Well, good morning, everyone. We are getting a slight rain today, which is the first rain in a long time. We actually got about 2 inches last night. But we got a project to work on today. Today, we are going to twist the exhaust. What does that mean, twisting the exhaust? What that means is the exhaust pipe on the RV is really low to the ground, and I have seen some things on the forums and when we were at the rally, and I think I figured out a way that I'm going to be able to twist that to bring it up so it's a little bit further from the ground. Fortunately, we have not hit it yet, at least I don't think we have, but we're going to try and make that a little bit higher. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to, even though we're already level, we're going to go ahead and raise this beast up a little bit just by lowering the front and back at the same time, lowering the jacks, and hopefully that will give us plenty of room to work under there. So the first thing we're doing is we're going to get some light on the subject, a couple of work lights and my creeper, and let's get under there and see what we see about loosening up some clamps and twisting. So down under here, there's a hanger, but what I saw on the chassis they had at the rally, I should be able to loosen these two bolts right here, which will loosen this clamp, if that's a clamp, I don't know, and then rotate this way, which theoretically would bring this up further off the ground. However, I just noticed and hadn't really paid attention, there is a bracket on my exhaust that they did not have on the chassis at the rally. Now looking at this, it's clamped on here to the exhaust pipe, and then two rubber mounts to the frame rail. But because they're rubber, I'm hoping and thinking I might be able to twist that a little bit, at least get it part way up off the ground. Now these are all rubber mounted. Maybe loosen these two to not put pressure on them. But this is going to be interesting. Did not see that when I put together this plan at the rally. We'll see how it goes. Alright, this is just random, this number. About 4 1/4 right now. Or, I'm sorry, 4 3/4 at the lowest point right there in the corner. That's just a random number because it's where I happen to have the jacks. I brought the slides in and I really jacked the left side up quite a ways. But I just want to know how much I'm going to be tweaking it. So at the lowest point right there, we're at 4 3/4. Let's see if we can move it up a little bit. Let's see what we can do. I may be in my own way here, but it's a 9/16 it looks like. The back side is one solid nut between the two of them, so I don't got to worry about it spinning. Let's see if we can get that good and loose. Okay, it does move a little bit. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'll be able to really bring that up. Now that I've got it loose, look how I'll be able to bring that up quite a ways. I like that. I'm going to get a block of wood and put it under there a couple inches higher and hold it in place while I tighten it back up. I am guessing here, I really have no idea, but I had 4 3/4 before. These blocks of wood put me at 7 3/4, which would be raising it about 3 inches. I have no idea if that's good or bad. I haven't seen anything on the forums on the amount I should raise it, but I know 3 inches higher is going to be better. And let's make sure, of course, I don't think there's going to be an issue. Of course not. So we're going to go with that, 3 inches and a 3-inch rise, and see how that goes. All right, let's get back in here. See if I can spin this around so it's easier for me to work on. Oh, no, no way. There's no way that's going to break loose in that. I'm going to have to fight with it. That's okay. Tighten that good and tight. Now, 2 other things that I'm going to try and do. One thing that we talked about at the rally is actually drilling a hole in here and putting in a screw with some red Loctite on it, and that will keep it from moving. But I also, because I've punched it up, I'm going to see if I can tweak this. No, not this side. This side hasn't moved. This side over here. Because now I'm putting a load on this rubber. If I loosen this one here, I should be able to rotate this band on here, which will take off some of the pressure. So I'm going to do that first. Then we're going to drill a hole in here and put in some Loctite. Whoop, sorry about that. Drill a hole here and put in a screw with some Loctite. And hopefully that'll do the trick. I don't know if you were able to see it last time, but this bolt right here, I'm going to loosen, which will loosen this band, which I should be able to tweak it so that I take some of the pressure off. So let's give it a shot. And of course I can't quite get the gun up in there. Oh well. And the nut is spinning on the back side. I'm gonna have to go get a wrench. All right, 3/4 on both sides. Let's see if we can get this. I already tightened this. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, right tool for the right job, right? Let's rotate that on there a little bit so that the rubber's not fighting against gravity here. I'm not sure I'm moving that at all. Now let's tighten that back up. Okay. Don't know if that helped or not. I'm not sure I actually moved it. I think it's pretty well rusted solid on there. Okay. What I just did, because I didn't like the way it worked, I loosened this again, and I've loosened this. And I took a screwdriver and put it in there and opened up this band just a little bit, hoping that'll spin. Let me rotate the pipe. See how it's still rotating on the... See, I want this band to unload. So I need it to spin, and it doesn't appear to be spinning no matter what I do. I want it to rotate around. Again, right tool for the right job. Let's see if I can raise this. I just don't want to have that extra twist on this piece of rubber. But I don't see me being able to spin that. I've got the band loose from the pipe on this side, but I can't get it loose on this side. So I can't get it to spin on that. It's almost like it's welded on this side. I can't get anything underneath it. Let me mess around with it for a few minutes and see what I can come up with. Alright, I think I got it. What I ended up doing is making sure that this was good and loose and actually getting the proper tool. I was able to bang the pipe back, or the bracket back and forth a few times and wail on it and get it to rotate so that this is no longer under pressure. So now I'm just going to tighten everything back up and then drill my hole. As I'm sure some of you have seen, I've got coffee cans with all kinds of stuff, including a tub of screws. Well, the screw I want to put in that exhaust system, I want to put in stainless steel. So I always keep a magnet on my toolbox. Obviously those are stainless steel, these are not. The problem is, I'm looking for a screw about that size, but much shorter. There's no need to go that far in. But I definitely want stainless steel so it doesn't rust. So I'm going to play with all that and my magnet and find my stainless steel screw of the size I want. So all I'm doing is just looking for the screw of about the size I want and holding it to my magnet, and if it sticks, I throw it away. And not to bore you with all that, but I've actually found 3 that'll work. Now I just got to decide what size I really want to put in there. Okay, here's the final decision. It's out of these 3 screws. I think I'm going to go with the middle size one. It's got pretty big threads that'll hold it, and it looks like my clearance screw for that is going to be like a 7/64, maybe an 1/8, but I think we'll go 7/64 so we can always open it up. However, with all that said, let me flip this up here. With all that said, I think I'm going to wait. When I drill a hole into the side of that exhaust pipe, it's a permanent hole. And I want to get it out on the road, take it back down to deer camp for muzzleload season here in a couple weeks, and see what the clearance actually looks like. I added 3 inches, you saw that. I went from, where I have it sitting right now, I went from 4 3/4 to 7 3/4. So I added 3 inches on the height of it. I want to see how that rides, how it looks out on a road when the bags are inflated and I'm actually bouncing down the road and fully loaded with 100 gallons of water, etc. So we're going to call this video stopped right here. I've got it raised up. Let's swing back around. I've still got to pick up my tools. But yeah, I've got it, it's all raised up. And when we started, the lowest point was 4 3/4. It's now 7 3/4. So it's raised up 3 inches. I'm gonna pick up my tools here in a second. We're gonna try that and see how that works. So with that said, I'm gonna call that a project done, or at least semi-done, because I will go back and put a screw in there, drill a hole and put a screw in there with some Loctite on it. But for now, we're gonna take it out, call that done, and test it. So Whole job didn't take that long. If it's something that you've considered doing, I've seen some pictures out there on the Facebook page where it's all smashed and bent where people have hit it. That was kind of my, I've been wanting to do this for a while, but that was kind of my motivation to get out and do it now before deer camp. So we're going to head on down to deer camp on the 21st of October and see how it looks fully loaded. So thanks for watching. Any questions, please make a comment and I will answer. And please, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. Bye.